Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about baby number 4, gender predictions, and old wives' tales. So before I begin, if you could please subscribe and like my channel and press the notification button so you can be notified when new videos come out, as I will be making more. So let's get into it. I have the first one as the Chinese gender chart prediction. So the way you do this one is a mother's age of conception plus 1 year, and you add the month of conception. Oh, and the month of conception. So I am 27 at the moment. So you're gonna add a year, so that'd be 28, and then the month of conception, I conceived in November, so that gave me a girl result. The next one is the Ramsey method. I'm gonna explain a little bit of each one. This one is your first ultrasound, or like if you got an ultrasound at the beginning of your pregnancy, if it was done vaginally, and the sac is on the left side, it's a boy, and if the sac is in the right side, it's a girl. I hope I'm saying this right. And if your ultrasound was done abdominally, the left side would be a girl and the right side would be considered boy. They did mine vaginally, and she said that the doctor said it was on the right side, so that would give me a result of boy. I have the kids here, 2 of the kids. My husband has the other. Okay, so the next one, so it might be a little noisy. The feel of your skin. If you have soft and oily skin, they say that it's a girl, and if you have dry skin, it's a boy. My result was girl, oily. My skin has been uncontrollably oily, and it's been very annoying. The next one is pregnancy glow. If you've been glowing, it's a boy, and if there has been no pregnancy glow, no one has given you any kind of compliments on the glow of your appearance, then it's a girl. And no, I don't feel any kind of pregnancy glow like I did with my first 3 sons. I'm a boy mother at the moment, and it's felt different. But who's to say that it isn't a boy? I'm just trying not to really base my results on these old wives' tales. It is kind of hard not to, but I've really been trying not to. Acne. If you've had no acne, your face has remained clear. And I'm guessing the acne is because of the oil in your skin. Which my skin's been very oily, and I have a couple of acne. Let me see, where is it? No. Give me 1 second. Okay, my skin's been very oily. So acne girl, no, acne boy. That being said, I have been having acne throughout the pregnancy. Right now I'm 10 weeks, and I've had a lot of acne. Unlike, I've never had acne before. During my teen years, I wasn't a person that had a lot of acne. My face has, for the majority of the time, been free of acne. So yes, I've been having lots of acne. The next one is linea negra. So they say that if it's down your stomach, there's a black line down your stomach, it's a boy, and if there is a black line that finishes below your belly, it's a girl. And I have not had any line whatsoever. Then again, I am 10 weeks. With my first pregnancy, I will say I had a full line, and that was a boy. My second pregnancy, I had no line. My third pregnancy, I had no line the whole time, the whole pregnancy. And so far, I don't have a line. So the results for that one are inconclusive. Is your hair thick, glossy? If so, it's a boy. If it is dull and you are having less hair, your hair is thinning out, it's a girl. My hair has been very thin compared to what it normally is. I have very, very, very thick hair. I don't know if you noticed, but it's even thicker, and it's been actually very thin lately, and it's been very dull, like, I don't know, kind of dead-like. And it hasn't been getting as oily as it normally does, which is my hair tends to be on the oily side, and it hasn't been getting oily. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with girl, since it hasn't been as thick as it normally is and as oily. It's been different. Then I did the baking soda test. They say that this one is usually 80% accurate. And they don't recommend that you do it before 10 weeks, which I did, and I have yet to do it after 10 weeks. But the way it works is that you put baking soda, and this has always worked with all 3 pregnancies that I've had. It has always been accurate for me. 3 times. This is the 4th. So what you do is you put baking soda, equal parts baking soda, equal parts urine, your first morning urine. And, I mean, they say to do 2 teaspoons of each, but you do the baking soda, you pour in the urine. If it fizzes like soda, like shaken up soda, fizzes out of the container, it's a boy. And if it barely fizzes, there's little fizz to no fizz, which is inaccurate because no fizz with baking soda is not gonna happen. There will be some type of fizz. So with my 3 previous pregnancies, I did it and there was tons of fizz. It was fizzing out of the container, fizzing out of the cup, the glass jar, whatever I used. With this pregnancy, it remained the same. I did it and it stayed still. It barely moved. I mean, it didn't stay still. What am I saying? It barely moved, barely fizzed. So I'm thinking that it's a girl, since the other ones have been accurate, but obviously I don't want to put my heart into it because I don't want to get too excited and then be wrong. And not that I'll be upset, but it's just disappointed, possibly you could say. Okay, daddy's weight gain. If you're okay, the next one, daddy's weight gain. If your husband or spouse, okay, the next one is daddy's weight gain. If your significant other has been gaining weight, it's a girl. If they've remained the same or have not gained weight, it's a boy. My husband has not gained weight. He has remained the same. Actually, probably lost weight. Then again, I am 10 weeks. Don't know if he's gonna gain some weight. But the results for that one are boy. A sleeping position. If you naturally sleep on your left side, it's a boy, and if you naturally sleep on your right side, it's a girl. I've been naturally sleeping on my right side, and that's unlike me because I always sleep on my left side. Although I will say that with my second pregnancy, I did sleep on my right side, and it was a boy. That being said, who knows? The results were girl for sleeping on my right side. Okay, the next one is areolas. If your areola becomes dark, it's a boy. And if it stays the same, it's a girl. My results were girl. The breast size, if your right is bigger than your left, it's a boy. And if your left is larger than your right, it's a girl. My results were girl. Clumsy is boy, graceful is girl. With my last 3 pregnancies, I've always been very graceful. This one hasn't changed either, graceful. So the result is girl. Last child's hair. So this one is talking, I guess, about the top of their hair. Not really sure. But if their hair swirls clockwise, it's a girl. And if it swirls counterclockwise, it's a boy. My last son, his hair swirls clockwise. So the results were girl. Urine, if your urine is bright yellow, it's a boy. And if it's dull, it's a girl. And this does have a lot to do with if the vitamins you're taking, the prenatals, could be making your urine a certain color, usually bright. I haven't been taking any prenatals this pregnancy. I've just been so sick. I've been feeling terrible, and so my urine has been dull. So girl, the results haven't been, I guess, messed with, tampered with, as far as the prenatal vitamins. Nail growth, if your nails have been growing fast, thick, strong, it points to a boy. And if they've been brittle, slow growing, then it's a girl. I've been getting my nails done, and this is literally a week, literally 1 week, and you can already see, oh gosh, my hands look so funny, but maybe if it'll kind of, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's, okay, but it's growing in really fast. And so, that being said, my nails are growing fast, thick and strong. So the result for that one is boy. Pillow direction. If your pillow faces south, they say it's a girl, and if it faces north, it's a boy. So I went ahead and got a compass on my phone, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't just go and buy a compass for that. Anyway, my pillow direction is facing north, and the results for that are boy. Heartburn. If you've been having heartburn, it's a girl. If you've been having no heartburn, it's a boy. Which, I don't know. I mean, heartburn, if you eat a lot of pizza or a lot of spicy stuff or a lot of things that can irritate your stomach, I feel like you'll be having heartburn. Which I have a lot, actually, because I've been eating a lot of spicy things. So, yes to heartburn. The results are girl. Okay, moodiness. If your mood has been out of this world, you've been so upset, and you've just at everything, girl. And if you've been very mellow throughout your pregnancy, boy. So far, I've been very moody. I've been very moody with all 3 pregnancies. I mean, your hormones are out of whack. I would think that, I don't think I've ever met a pregnant mellow woman, to be honest. None of my friends, I don't think, have been pregnant and mellow. But the result is girl. I've been very moody. Body hair. If your body hair, if you shave your legs, shave your arms, shave your mustache, or any kind of shaving going on, if it's been growing thick and fast, it's a boy. If it's remained normal, or if it's remained normal or barely even growing, it's a girl. And my results are girl. It's remained normal. I actually shaved my legs on Saturday, and today is Friday, so almost a week, and my leg hair hasn't even, it's barely grown anything. So yeah, remain the same. Weight gain. If you've been gaining weight out front, your belly, then it's a boy. But if your weight has been distributed all through your body, your back, your sides, then it's a girl. My weight has honestly remained the same, or actually I've lost. I feel like all my weight has been distributed to my belly. And I have been showing a lot sooner than my first, second, or third. But yet I remain at 138 pounds. So I would go with boy. As far as weight gain, the results, boy. Okay, this one, the baby's heart rate. I don't know if I really believe in this because they say 140. There's some websites that say 150, but it says that if the heart rate is above 140, it's a girl, and if it's lower than 140, it's a boy. All my boys have been more than 140. All of the three have been more than 140, and this one's no exception. And they've been boys, and this is 170, the rate 170. So, which points to girl. I just really don't believe it, because my last three were boys. Feet. If you have cold feet, if your feet have remained cold during the pregnancy, it's a boy. And if they've remained warm or there's no change to your feet, it's a girl. My last three, and I'm glad I have something to compare it with, because my last three I did have very cold feet. And they were boys, and this time around my feet seem to be warm, or no change as far as, you know, being pregnant. No change as far as that. So the result for that one is girl. Foot growth. If your feet have been growing, you're like a half a size or a size bigger than normal, then it's a girl. Or I'm sorry, boy. If your feet are growing. If your feet have remained the same, it's a girl. My feet, I feel, have actually gotten smaller. With all my boys, I used to be a size 5. I'm a size 6.5. But recently I tried on 5.5s. They were too tight, but I was still able to wear them, which is odd. They weren't they were tight, but not as tight as they've been in the past after I had my boys. So I would say they've remained the same, maybe even gotten a size, like a half a size smaller. I would say they've remained the same, maybe even half a size smaller, I don't know. So the result for that one is girl. Cravings, if you've been craving salty foods, they also say meat, eggs, any kind of poultry, any kind of cold cuts, boy. And if you've been craving sweet stuff, desserts, fruit, anything like that, girl. I've been craving fruit, I've been craving sweet stuff, but I've also been craving spicy. With my first son, I craved a ton of spicy food. I hate spicy food. I hate it. People are like, you're Mexican, you're supposed to love spicy food. I don't like any kind of salsas. My mom makes them, my father-in-law makes them, and I refuse to eat any kind of salsas, any kind of spicy food, to be honest. And last night, my mom actually made some salsa. And she's like, do you want some? I always say no. And I'm like, yes. Can I have some? And she was like, okay. They came over and they watched the kids for a couple of hours while we went to the hospital with our other son. He has a medical condition. And My father-in-law 2 weeks ago made some salsa at his house, and I was just eating so much of it with chips. And so that being said, I've been craving a lot of spicy food. I'm in the middle. I'm in between spicy and sweet. The result for that one is unknown. I don't know. I don't know. On a daily to a string, you dangle it above your hand or your belly. If it turns into circles, if it turns in circles, it's a boy, and if it goes side to side, it's a girl. I went ahead and did this over the palm of my left, or I went ahead and did this over my left hand, palm up, like this, and the results were boy. It went around in circles. Instead of going side to side, carrying high or low, I feel like I've been carrying high. It seems higher than it's been with the other 3 pregnancies. So results, okay, so if you're carrying high, it's a girl. If you're carrying low, it's a boy. I got ahead of myself. So the results for this one were girl. Morning sickness. If you've had no morning sickness, little bit of morning sickness, boy. If you've had severe morning sickness, nausea, hyperemesis, any type of during the first trimester, it's girl. I've been having tons of morning sickness. My goodness, nausea all the time. I can barely eat. So the results for that were girl. There's also 2 types of eye tests. The first one, you look in the mirror, you shine a flashlight in your eye. If your pupils are dilating, it's a boy. If they're not dilating, it's a girl. The results for mine were boy. With the last one, I did this one, and it said boy. Who knows? And then the other eye test is if you pull your eye down, and if you have little twig-like or V-like veins in your eye, then you're having a girl. If you don't have any kind of veins or V-like anything, you're having a boy. Last time I had no kind of veins, no kind of nothing going on, so the results were boy. This time I did have some branches, some under my eye. You know when you pull your eye down? I did have twig-like veins, and the results for that one were girl. The Mayan calendar. I'm about to make a bottle. I'll be right back. Okay, so the next one is the Mayan calendar. The way this one works is the mother's age of conception and the month of conception. So here's an example. I am 27 years old, and my conception was November. If it's an even, an odd number, or if it's an odd, an even number, it's a boy. But if it's an even, or odd, it's a girl. So 27 years old is odd. November, which is 11, is an odd number. So that would give me girl. Odd and odd. So the results are girl. The key test. This one's silly. All of them are silly, actually. If they give you a key and you grab it from the round top, it's a girl. And if you grab it from the narrow part, it's a boy. I always grab keys from the round top. Results are girl. The result is girl. The hand test. If someone asks you to show them your hands and you do palms up, it's a girl. If you do palms down, it's a boy. I almost always do palms up, so girl. For that one, result girl. The one test that I have not done is the cabbage test. That one, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't write it down. I believe I've heard of it twice, and apparently you go ahead and you get the purple cabbage, you boil it, And the water from the cabbage you pour into a cup. It's going to be purple, obviously. And then you get your first morning urine and you do equal parts. You get that one, you pour it into the cabbage juice. If it turns a pink, or I think it's, yeah, if it turns red or pink, it's a boy. And if it turns a deeper purple or a lilac, it's a girl. That one I have yet to try.